man? What's up, y'all, man? Welcome to the Soul Driven Sports Network podcast, man. I am your host, Damon Lee.
How y'all doing, Prestige panel? Yeah, I'm ready to get into this.
When I ask you who's the baddest, I want you to say Soul Driven Sports. Playtime's over, boy.
What is going on, everybody, man? Welcome to the Soul Driven Sports podcast. I am one half of your host, Damon Unleashed, man, here with my brother, man, from the same mother. Roll out the red carpet for him, man, so the floor is yours.
Junior Rich, a.k.a. D Phantom. You already know what it is. Let's go.
Man, we got a lot to talk about, man. A whole lot. NBA season started. The MLB season ended. And what a phenomenal 7-game series that was between Toronto and the Dodgers. So shout out to both of them teams. Man, I feel bad for Toronto because, man, they really blew we've been there. We've been there, man. I remember we was up on the Cubs, and I thought we was going to win that World Series. I remember when I thought we was going to win it against the Mariners. So, I'm going to tell y'all, man, Toronto, if anybody know how y'all feel, it is the Guardians / Cleveland Indians. You know what I'm saying? But, man, they had the opportunity. They blew it. Congratulations to the Dodgers. Back-to-back championships. Matter of fact, it was a dude that played for the Dodgers. He has won the championship the last 6 years. So we're going to talk about that. There's a dude that won the last 6 championships. He's been on the last 6 championship teams. So we're going to talk about that. Y'all know what else we're going to talk about? I've been on J.R. Rich about this a long time, telling them that the Browns need to go ahead and do it. I know they ain't going to do it, but they need to go ahead and do it, man. We've been hearing the little birds chirping out of Philly. I don't know if Philly got the kahunas to do it, but if I'm in the Browns front office, I'm heavily considering it. I'm just saying, I'm considering it. But if I was to make a deal, the deal I would make would be a unique deal. I would pull off the deal that Utah got from the Cavaliers in the Donovan Mitchell trade. If Cleveland is going to make a deal and they're going to part ways with Myles Garrett, I tell you, I'm going to give y'all my opinion of what I think they should do. Also, there was a dude that made this claim. He basically saying that Cleveland was smart in sitting Shedeur Sanders. But the reason that he's saying that they're sitting him for is totally different from the reason why we're saying they're smart from sitting them down. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to listen to that. And then, J.R. Rich, we got to talk about KD. Is KD, do he has enough on his resume where he has earned the right to have a statue built for him? So we're going to talk about that too, man. You know, we're going to talk. Because Robert Horry was like, man, he don't have enough on paper.
A statue?
Yeah, when it's all said and done, when his career over with. Not right now, but when his career over with. Basically, Robert Horry was like, he don't have a resume. But I think it's deeper than that. So I'm going to get in why I think he's not going to ever get a statue. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about that. But
he ain't loyal.
Y'all know what we like to do, man. before we get into these topics, man, I love indie artists. So the first thing we do out the gate is we play indie artists, y'all. So we gonna go ahead and play some indie music, and then we gonna be right back, man. Y'all sit tight, man. If you're watching from Bigo, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, do us a favor, man. Hit the share button, share to all your friends, man. Let's go. Y'all listening to and watching the Soul Dribble Sports Podcast.
I'm on a roll, it's out of control. They watching, the people want to show. Am I gon' fumble? Am I gon' fall? I gotta let them know. Can't stop this flow.
You gon' know my hunger, you gon' know my name. Never did I make it, oh boy, I was a lame. I'm telling y'all stories so y'all can know my pain. And I'ma need a straight jack, I'm finna go insane. Like every day I stayed up, trying to be the best out. Looking at me downfield, trying to run the best route. But you know these corners, man, had to put a curl in. All I do is fail, and I'm looking for my first win. Always fucking broke, I just wish that I can touch green. Trying to lead the hood, cause you know that I can do without. Gotta put my family on, you know that I can't do without. Can't stop, won't stop, baby, that's what this all about, yeah.
I'm on a roll, it's out of control. They watching, the people wanna show. Am I gon' fumble? Am I gon' fall? I gotta let them know. Can't stop this flow. Can't stop this glow. I'm about to blow. Can't stop this. Can't stop this. Can't stop this flow. No, 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 no. Can't stop this flow.
Can't stop, won't stop, gotta keep going. These niggas sleeping on me, so let them keep snoring. The best rap alive, and I gotta keep flowing. I'm pulling up like Step, man, I gotta keep scoring. And losing not an option, I learned to be a better me. Best rap alive, and y'all others just a letter B. You trying to ride my wave, and these niggas trying to copy me. Wanted that alive, then you know these rappers dead to me. Second place, nigga, that's the best that they can ever be. Can't stop, won't stop, boy, you know I'm the recipe. Running the game for too long, think that I can give it up. Told y'all what a life I'm living, you know I had to live it up, yeah.
I'm on a roll, it's out of control. They watching, the people wanna show. Am I gon' fumble? Am I gon' fall? I gotta let them know. Can't stop this flow. Can't stop this glow. I'm about to blow. Can't stop this. Can't stop this. Can't stop this flow. No, 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 no. Can't stop this flow. No, 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 no. Can't stop this flow.
All right, y'all, man, we back. So, man, and the NBA, I think the Cavaliers, the NBA season that started. Cavaliers, man, that's me and J.R. Rich's team, and there's a hamper with injuries across the board. So, do you have any concerns with the Cavaliers at the beginning of the season? Because we know it's a long season, a lot's going to change, and definitely will change. So do you have any concerns out the gate that you notice?
Not really. I mean, I think the Cavs are cool, man. It's just injuries. I mean, we knew they was gonna happen sooner or later. I'm glad they happened in the early beginning of the season because all the young guys get the burn. You know what I'm saying? We get our second and third string in there, man, getting the burn. I mean, don't let them get hot. Because we know everybody gonna come back, and once they do come back, it's over.
Well,
I mean, it may be a little bit of concern, maybe.
You can definitely turn. I mean, it's a lot of Cavs. It's a lot of fans in Cavs Nation. that would like to see Darius Garland traded. I am not one of them. Darius Garland, I can tell y'all, man, that dude is severely missed.
He is cheat code
missed.
for the NBA.
Matt Strus,
nobody can stop him.
I'm not a Matt Strus fan, so I don't have any concerns with him. I hope he stay out a little longer because I would like to see DeAndre Hunter in that role. I think he's been solid. My biggest concern, and always was my same concern last year, the development of Evan Mobley on the offensive end. I just don't see enough growth to believe, and I think for the Cavaliers to become a finals team, that they have to ride the back of Evan Mobley, not Donovan Mitchell. We know what we're going to get from Donovan Mitchell come playoffs. But Evan Mobley, especially with all these injuries, man, I'm just not seeing enough to really make me believe. If he was putting up numbers and they was losing, sure. But for him not to be putting up numbers and they losing, I got concerns with that. And so I would like to see, hopefully, he progressed a little bit as the year go along. But right now, man, I'm not excited about the season, to say the least. I'm just going to say that. And I know they got injuries. I know they got some big time. Jared Allen out. How long is he out now?
He gonna be out a while.
So that's a concern.
I think he got a broken finger.
That's a concern because you got Larry Nance Jr. in there. Oh, that's a big drop off. I mean, Larry Nance Jr., man, he ain't it, man. I ain't think he was it. I think they need to play Thomas Bryant.
I don't think he playing backup center.
No, he's playing. He's starting now. Tonight they started him.
Well,
they moved
Mobley
to center. They moved Larry Nance Jr. to
power forward.
That's concerning, man.
Well, not. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Larry Nance Jr., if you give these second, third, and fourth stringers, man, enough playing time to play with this, this core, it's over.
I'll tell you a guy that I'm impressed with.
I'm just,
I'll tell you somebody's growth I am very excited to see. Tyrese Proctor. Tyrese Proctor is that dude. He's him. The other one that we drafted last year, Jalen Tyson, not really a fan. I don't see anything special about him. I mean, he's a solid basketball player, but there's nothing really solid about him. He's not a bad shooter. He's, a slasher. He's a slasher. He's okay. I ain't gonna say he's a smart basketball player, but he ain't no fool either. You know what I'm saying? He's just a god. But Tyrese Proctor,
a Coral 2.0.
Huh?
He's just a Coral 2.0.
Yeah, but I think he's a little bit better than a Coral. Damn.
Oh, he's definitely better than a Coral.
Yeah.
He got a better shot and everything. Hold on. Yeah. He's definitely better. I'm not. Look.
Shout out to the Bulls, man. I think they're undefeated right now. And
all this stuff don't mean nothing.
Oh no,
to me.
No, we seen that last year. With the Cavaliers, man. We got off to that start. We, was beating our chest, and then we got beat down in the second round after beating down the Heat, and we thought we was invincible. So you're absolutely right. The postseason is different.
But it's the thing. I think if the Cavaliers, they playing their second, third, and fourth string. If you're not beating the Cavaliers right now, or even hanging with them or doing anything, you're going to get annihilated, man, when our true starters get in there.
I agree with that.
So, I mean, they having problems, man, with Kevin Porter Jr. and Craig Porter Jr. and DeAndre Hunter, man, he come off the bench. Dean Wade, he come off the bench.
Yeah,
Larry Nance Jr., he come off the bench.
you're right.
He's
We
a
got a lot of
bench.
bench players playing heavy minutes right now.
Wait, man, look, wait to. First of all, Struce, man, Struce, Mero, and Darius Garland, the NBA cheat code when he
Is
on
Sam
fire.
Merrill out too? Because
He
I didn't see
unstoppable.
Sam Merrill. Is he hurt?
Yes, Sam
Sam
Merrill's hurt
Merrill
too.
out
Yes.
too.
Look, I'm not worried about it though.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of glad a little bit because I want to see what these young dudes can do. Because I'm telling you, if they can handle everybody's starting lineups and stuff, man, ain't nobody stopping the Cavaliers, bro. I'm telling you. Because I already know what's gonna happen, man. When the Annihilation crew come back, it's over. I already know. Our whole starting lineup is pretty much out. Only one that's really playing, man, is Donovan Mitchell and
Evans.
Mobley. Yep. And it's like they just basically playing. They just playing. You know, Donovan Mitchell even got tweaked up a little bit, but it's like, I'm not worried, man. Like Mobley, like you're gonna see a lot of people's game open up, man, when them shooters come back out there. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
When Merrill comes back, man. When Merrill and Strus get out there, Darius Garland get out there, who disrupts everybody's offense and defense. Like, it's about to be embarrassing, bro. I think it's gonna be embarrassing. They forgetting Lonzo Ball is come off the bench.
Speaking of, I'm watching this game, man, and they up 194 with 4 minutes, 10 seconds left. So you hoping they can, we just need them to steady the waters. We don't want them to fall too far behind in the standing and then get caught.
I ain't worried about the standings.
Yeah, but
like this. Like, we're not gonna have the super standings we had last year. But I'm gonna tell you like this.
No, I don't believe so.
Man, but I'm gonna tell you like this, that don't even matter because I think once we get in that playoff and man, you have to get into the longevity of things. Not because the regular season, we know the Cavaliers gonna annihilate. We know as soon as they get healthy, the runs is coming. We already know. We know. It's showtime. I don't care about none of these. Look, I seen Proctor, our rookie, man, he looking beastie. Jalen Tyson come back, man. Jalen Tyson, his three-pointer coming, knocking down. You got Ball, Brian. All these cats, they all come off the bench. I'm talking about bench people I'm not even gonna get on. Are all-stars, starters. I'm just talking about the bench. Who fighting right now? And they just gelling. Oh man, I'm telling you, get it. It's time with the Cavaliers. It's really the time. And nothing else concerns me. This is the time. If they get enough time to jail, you looking at it, man, they're gonna look like an Olympic team. I say they got 2 starting lineups, and they're the third string. I call that the bench.
Yeah.
And they even a problem because we seeing them play right now. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's fun, man.
I mean, I will agree with this. I think it's good that they're getting some burn, they're getting some experience. Because, usually those guys, if the team was healthy, especially Proctor, maybe even Jalen Tyson would not be getting the minutes that he's getting. And I think that's going to bode well, not just for right now, you know what I'm saying, but for their experience and their development, in action development. So I agree. I think that's good. But I got to turn to this. We're going to probably stick. Well, no, we're going to go from the NBA to the NFL.
Uh-oh.
Because you already know where I'm going with this.
I'm cool. Hey, I got something to tell you about the NFL. I'm cool with the Browns right now. I'm telling you, I'm cool. Like, we got a team full of rookies, man. I look at the Browns like an expansion team right now, man. We making moves.
They are.
Just keep on progressing, man. Do not let these losses and the people get to them. They just need to keep on progressing. All it's gonna do is give us more picks. We already got 2 first-round picks, man. It's like, look, y'all better the Browns,
Andrew
man. They
Berry,
cool,
I wish I had your job, Andrew Berry.
And we got a dome coming. I mean, Andrew Berry.
If I had Andrew Berry's job, man, you already know where I'm gonna go. Y'all already know. If I had Andrew Berry's job, Myles Garrett, he would be out of here. But the trade that I will make, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all, and hypothetically speaking, let's say that because Myles, I think, is have 1 foot in, 1 foot out anyway. His reaction after getting them 5 sacks, and this is what I was telling Browns fans. Myles Garrett cannot win you games. That dude had 5 sacks, and they still got blew up. So, I know the Browns Nation ain't going to hear me out. I know the front office definitely ain't going to listen to me. But if I was in that front office, I would trade him. I would trade him, and I think I would trade him to the Eagles. I would trade him to the Eagles. Yes.
Wait, for who?
But I'll tell you who. I would trade him for AJ Brown. I would definitely get AJ Brown because the Browns need a receiver first and foremost. Jared Jeudy, we got trash. I'm sick of Jared Jeudy and his break hands. And I think they need somebody that can stretch the field. I would love for them to have AJ Brown. But I would go for 3 first-round picks. But my picks would not be, they would be first-round picks, but they wouldn't be in the drafts that y'all think they would be in. No, I'm not doing the 26, 27, and 28 round. No. I want the first pick to start in 2028. So I want it to be the 2028 first-round draft pick, 2029 first-round draft pick, and the 2030 first-round draft pick. And you know why, J.R. Rich? You know why it will be that quarterback?
We get the dome.
Because the Eagles in these next couple years will be too good. That first-round pick of theirs would not be worth anything. If you was to take the pick next year in 2026, 2027, it wouldn't have no value to it. It would be almost like a second-round pick. So if I wanted 3 first-round picks, I would actually wait probably to 2028 to get the first one. I said 2027. I think the first one will be 2028, 2029, and 2030. That's 6 years from now. By that time, Myles Garrett is old. You know what I'm saying? And the Eagles are not the Eagles they are right now. So I wouldn't get it when I know that they're going to be picking very late in the first round. No. I would do like Utah did with Cleveland. Utah got them picks for years down the line when they know that Cleveland going to be torn down. They know it. They know Cleveland, after Donovan is gone and maybe Darius is gone and maybe even Jared is gone, that they're going to be trapped.
That Utah deal, man, that ain't working for Utah. The Cavaliers got over.
But you got to see when them picks are. Them picks that they got that was all first-round picks, those are like 4 or 5 years from now. By that time, Cleveland may be a lottery team. That's when you want to get the. That's the brilliancy of Danny Ainge, because I think it's kind of like with Dallas. It was the picks that they got for wasn't bad. It's where they got them. You should have pushed it back. You should have waited till, a time where you thought Green Bay may be down. You don't want to do it now. And next year and the year after that, when they be Super Bowl bound, the picks ain't going to be worth nothing. You want to wait till, the team going to suck. And they're going to be in salary cap trouble. And the star players going to be older and falling apart. That's when you want to trade for them picks. You don't do that when you know the team is going to be winning. So, yeah, I would trade for them 3 picks. But them 3 picks be well down the line when I know that the Eagles are going to be in financial trouble and they're going to be possibly rebuilding. That's when I want them picks.
See, this the thing. Like, trading Myles Garrett, I think that'll be, man. I think that'll be a disaster, man, for the
Hey, what?
for the
Because you
franchise
ain't winning with them.
because well, it's not the necessarily always the win that like he's a franchise player who's gonna make it to the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, he
And
definitely
that's
Hall of
another
Fame now.
and that's a and that's another mark for the Browns. Like you wanna like the Browns know, man, they pretty much their franchise is building right now, but you don't want to trade a Hall of Fame player in the future because I mean it's a alum okay. If they trade him, because I've seen this happen, man, in baseball too, man. You think about all the Hall of Famers, man, that the Cleveland Indians traded away. When they go to the Hall of Fame, they don't say they played for Cleveland, and Cleveland is the one who built them before they left.
Oh yeah, like Jim Thome.
So
Jim
Cleveland don't
Thome
get
is a prime example of that.
Yeah, like CC Sabathia,
Yeah,
like
he another.
these players. Like, it's a lot of players, man, that played for the Indians, man, that the Indians do not get no credit for in the Hall of Fame.
Well, let me ask you this.
That's part of the
ask you
franchise legacy right there.
But let me ask you this. As a fan, if you could foresee and you was like, yeah, the loss of Myles Garrett going to be great, but in return, we going to end up winning the Super Bowl in 3 years, would you make that deal? If them picks, if you was for sure and you knew that them picks would get you the players that will win you a Super Bowl, would it be worth it?
Well, this the thing. I mean, whenever you making a pick, I mean, you're really taking a risk.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Every first round pick is a risk. You never wanna get rid of your cash cow, especially when they Hall of Fame bound. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep them on the franchise, man, for the future of the franchise. You need to have them accolades for the franchise when they leave the league. You know what I'm saying? If they get rid of Myles Garrett, like, cause I really think that Nick Chubb situation is going to bite us in the butt. You know what I'm saying? We've seen a lot of players, man, leave the Cleveland Browns, man, become Hall of Famers and do not give no credit to the organization. That's why when people go and look at an organization, they're not just looking at wins, they looking at the legacy of what players come from that actual brand. Like, we hear Jim Brown, you know what I'm saying? We hear Clay Matthews. Like, we don't really you gotta have a superstar that's in the Hall of Fame that represents your team even when you're gone, even when they're out of the league. See, that's what the Browns, everybody want to win. You're only going to win if you build the team properly. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be careful with that because you don't want to get rid of a Hall of Famer, man. When they represent your team in Canton in the Hall of Fame, your team still get accolades even though they're off the field, even though they're not playing anymore. You know what I'm saying? If they get rid of Myles Garrett and he goes somewhere and win a Super Bowl, it's over, man. He's not going to represent the Browns in Hall of Fame when he retires. And that would be a huge blow for us.
You know what that would remind me of? Reggie White. Reggie White played with Clyde Simmons in Philadelphia with Randall Cunningham. And they traded him or they let him go, and he went to the Green Bay Packers and became a Hall of Famer. Fast forward.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite players.
Fast forward, I don't think if you ask any Philadelphia fan, because they've won 2 Super Bowls since then, that doesn't bother. I think that's the thing that Browns fans, we've been losing for so long that we try to hold on to any glimpse of glory, even if it ain't winning. And this has happened before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would think if any fan base that should be easy for should be the Cleveland Browns fan base. Michael Dean Perry, won a Super Bowl with the Broncos. Ernest Biner won the Super Bowl with the Redskins. Bernie Kosar won the Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys. Man, Ozzie Newsome, Art Modell won Super Bowls with the Baltimore Ravens. That's not nothing new. Of Cleveland legends going elsewhere winning championships. The only reason why it's so bad,
don't want to happen though.
The only reason why it's so bad, and I think we don't consider this, is because the Browns haven't won anything. I think Myles Garrett would not sting, same with Nick Chubb or any of the other ones. If this is like when LeBron left, the joy of them finally winning a championship when he came back erased all that. It erased it. That one moment, man, people even forgot. They was in so much jubilee, they forgot that he did them wrong and left them. All was forgiven. See, I think, man, when winning cure. And so I agree with you. You are right. And it will be a big risk because you're right. A lot more times than not, most of them first round picks amount to be nothing. But this is where you have to count on the people you hire being smart enough to get the job done. Do I think Andrew Berry is that guy? No. He did good this last draft, but no. You know what I'm saying? Like offensively, he hasn't done enough. Offense stink. And he don't look like he know how to draft on the offensive side. And,
well, we gonna see.
And we need
wait.
We need a number one receiver. We got a running back. I think we definitely got a running back.
No, look.
We need an offensive line. We got tight end. You know, and I don't know. I think we got a quarterback, but I'm glad he's not playing. I am glad that he's not playing. But I'm gonna play you this video that this dude played, and he said that it was smart that the Browns isn't playing Shedeur, but for different reasons than you and I thought. And I was like, I don't see that. That wouldn't be smart. I don't agree with that assessment that he's talking about. But, JR, we're going to listen to this, and then we're going to go ahead and make our comments off of it. We're going to go ahead and talk about it, all right? So what I would do, me pull up this video, man. Came from a team, man, that was speaking on the Browns. And I definitely like, I don't know if I agree with this.
The Browns might actually be geniuses for not playing Shedeur, and let me explain. Everybody's been talking about how Dylan Gabriel shouldn't be starting, how it makes no sense that Shedeur is just sitting there holding the clipboard while he's shitting the bed. But here's the thing. Shedeur was never drafted to play football this year. He was simply a business asset. See, reports say that the Browns are asking for a second-round pick for Shedeur, a guy who was drafted during the 5th round and hasn't even taken a real NFL snap yet. That's really wild. They were supposed to flip him during the offseason right after they drafted, but the longer they hold off, the more desperate quarterback-needy teams get, and the higher his trade value goes. Now, a lot of people are just saying, why not just play him? If he balls out, his value goes up. But no, that's risky. What if he goes out there and he looks average or looks even worse? And it's not hard to do that with this Browns team. Then his trade stock tanks overnight. So instead of gambling, the Browns are sitting on him like an investment that keeps gambling. The Browns might actually be geniuses for not playing Shedeur, and let me explain. Everybody's been talking about how Dylan Gabriel shouldn't be starting, how it makes no sense that Shedeur is just sitting there holding the clipboard while he's shitting the bed. But here's the thing. Shedeur was never drafted to play football this year. He was simply a business asset. See, reports say that the Browns are asking for a second-round pick for Shedeur, a guy who was drafted during the 5th round and hasn't even taken a real NFL snap yet. That's really wild. They were supposed to flip him during the offseason right after they drafted, but the longer they hold off, the more desperate quarterback-needy teams get, and the higher his trade value goes.
Yeah, you might have
now,
to tell.
A lot of people are
just
just saying, why not just play him? If he balls out, his value goes up. But no, that's risky.
So basically, let me go ahead and stop it. So basically, what he's saying is, man, Cleveland, it was a business move of why they decided to get Shedeur Sanders. He's not supposed to play this year. Basically, he's a bargaining chip. They're holding him, you know what I'm saying, for when a team that's quarterback needy wants a quarterback, that Cleveland get what they originally want for him, which is a second-round draft pick. And that's why it's better for them not to play him, because they saying if they play him and he look bad, then he loses value. And so he's saying that he thinks it's smart that they're not playing him to protect his value. I disagree with that.
I get what he's saying, but I think he's kind of off. I don't think the Browns are going to get rid of him.
No,
I don't. Not for no second round pick.
No,
because man, I mean, we talk and see.
I don't think no team's going to offer a second round pick for him. No team is offering a second round pick for him.
I know, and because it's not that. No, I think a team would, but I don't think the Browns are going to do. I don't think the Browns are going to take that. For the simple fact, man, the Browns don't really need that pick for Shedeur Sanders if they did go that route. But I do think they are protecting him. I do believe that.
I agree,
because a lot of people fail to realize, man, the Cleveland Cavaliers just won 117.
Yeah, I just
they just won. Nice. But I think they are protecting him. People fail to realize that the Browns, they lost 3 of their starting offensive linemen.
Yeah.
They really I look at an expansion team. You're not going to put you really can't do nothing about Myles Garrett, man, because if they could, they would take Myles Garrett out too and preserve him. But they can't because it's Myles Garrett. You know what I'm saying? He want to play. He want to make an impact. So it's like, it is what it is, man. You let him, man. You continue to bring the fans in. I mean, if you take too many people out, or if you get rid of too many people, you could lose the fan base too. It's very easy, man, to put a dent.
I don't think the Browns fan base going anywhere. I think that fan base.
No, that's the thing. Browns ticket sales can go down because man, we are moving to a dome, and there's a lot of people like myself. I really don't care too much about what's happening because I'm really not a big fan of it being in downtown Cleveland anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the stadium. So a lot of people already then went back on getting their season tickets for the following years. You know what I'm saying? Until we get that dome, because we know we get that dome, it's over. The Browns, I guarantee you the Browns are going to win the Super Bowl in that dome, I'm telling you. But the Browns have to preserve, I think they're preserving him. So I'm going to say, I think they're preserving. I don't think they're saving him for no picks or nothing. I think they're preserving him, for right now. And I'll just leave it like that. And Andrew Berry, I think he's doing a good job. He just needs to focus on one side for real. I mean, you're not going to the Super Bowl no time soon. The playoffs is you got to build like an expansion team. Man.
Yeah, they're gonna have to take their lumps. You know who they're gonna have to take their lumps like? Carolina.
Don't trade. You said like Carolina.
They 5-4. Nobody's saying Carolina. I thought they was gonna be worse than Cleveland. And man, I mean, Carolina look really decent right now.
A lot of people, because they build in the right way.
Yeah.
Andrew Berry, man, I don't think he's going to get fired. I mean, Stefanski, I think he's going. But Andrew Berry, I think if he do what I think he should do, is you already got the defense solid right now. Because, once JOK and Emerson come back, man, the Browns defense going to look back solid. You know what I'm saying?
And I agree.
Man, if he go into this draft, man, you got two high first round picks. Man, you take this, man, and you get you a wide receiver, man, and you get you an offensive lineman. Wide receiver, offensive lineman. You got a running back, and I wouldn't even be mad if they got 2 wide receivers. But I would get an offensive lineman, because offensive lineman, if you don't have an offensive line, you're done. I don't care if you got Joe Montana as your quarterback. I don't care if you got Tom Brady as your quarterback. You're done if you don't have an offensive line. And we lost
Yeah.
3 of them this year. So we need to bolster up. We need to get us an Orlando Pace. We need to get us a lineman that's going to really, really solidify that front. But we definitely need a quarterback. I mean, you definitely need a wide receiver. Because Jerry Frying Pan Butterfinger Judy's, man, he's gone, bro. Like,
did you call him
Frying Pan Butterfingers,
Hand?
man? I call him Frying Pan Butterfingers, man. I mean, tripping and stuff on he man, he can't even get his footwork right. He tripping and falling on patterns. Let me stop. But hey.
I think that's why, man.
That's the last
I know
one.
J.R. Rich is really tired of me saying this over and over, but I'm just telling y'all. I'm not even opposed to trading Myles Garrett to Detroit. Give me your best receiver. Give me 3 future first rounds. You know what I'm saying? And let me go from there.
See, the thing is I wouldn't try to see if they get better and then their record get better, man. That they just kill their chances of getting more picks. When you are, like I said, you need to treat them like an expansion team. You don't want to get better right now. You want to wait and build through the draft, man. But do not trade your Hall of Famers, man, for pieces, because your Hall of Famers have more value than just the winning right now and bringing a team to glory, man. They represent you, man, in the shrine, the Hall of Fame shrine. You know, that Joe Thomas, think about it. When Joe Thomas retired, man, he retired as a Brown. Man, that actually looks good for us.
If you ask the Browns fan, you know, man, if you could trade his career for a Super Bowl, they would trade his career for a Super Bowl.
No, I get that. But the thing is a Super Bowl is a whole lot. You really have to have your franchise really have to be built the right way for a Super Bowl. I'll tell you this. I know people would rather have, man, Hall of Fame players than a win. A Super Bowl, that's the champion, that's the crown. You know what I'm saying? But the Hall of Fame, if you don't get the crown, you better have some knights on the court. You better have some nobility in the shrine. Think about it. Nobody really cares too much about the Browns because we don't have too many people that's enshrined to us. You know what I'm saying? That's enshrined representing the Browns. I done heard players say, like, man, hey, the Browns, okay, I know, you know, they won the Super Bowl. Look, we could win a Super Bowl right now. And a player would be like, look, I don't really care if they win a Super Bowl. They don't really have any players that's really enshrined. They don't have a lot of players in the shrine, in the Hall of Fame shrine, that really, you know, because that's what build a winning culture, like a franchise for longevity. If you win a Super Bowl, that's cool. I mean, if you ask me, I would rather have 15 to 20 players, man, in the Hall of Fame than have one Super Bowl. But don't get me wrong, I would love to have a Super Bowl, though. But I know during the season, man, you got to build the right way. And it's a lot of people, man, you know, because the legacy goes on before that.
As a Colts fan, I'm a Colts fan / Brown fan, and I'm going to tell y'all, if Peyton Manning had never won the Super Bowl in Indy, his Hall of Fame career wouldn't have meant absolutely jack to me.
Hey, but
the
check this out, though.
Super Bowl, I think, elevated, even though he won what was different too, but the Super Bowl elevated the same way with Marvin Harrison, Terry Glenn, Bob Sanders, you know, Dwight Freeney. I'll tell you somebody that didn't win the Super Bowl with us, and they had a Hall of Fame career, but I don't look at their career the same because they never won the championship. You know who that is? Edgerrin James. Edgerrin James, the coach let him go the year before, or the year that they won the Super Bowl.
Wasn't Tony? Was Tony Dorsett playing for y'all too?
No. Marshall Faulk was. Marshall Faulk was, and he won one with the Rams. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Now check this out though. Like, I can guarantee you, people, like, even though Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl with the Indianapolis Colts, they don't, like, when he won that with Denver, you know what I'm saying? When he won with Denver, that's what really solidified him, you know, as a champion. But nobody, like, because you look at Dan Marino. Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl, right?
Right.
But Dan Marino, Hall of Fame status, man, he's locked in, like he's situated. Like, it's players, like if you look after the game itself, like, I mean, look at people like Charles Barkley. Like, Hall of Fame status, being enshrined in the Hall of Fame, I think is even more than a Super Bowl sometimes.
I think
a Super Bowl,
if my team had won a Super Bowl, mm-hmm. I would agree with that. If my team ain't won one and like never, I think I'm different with that. I think Dan Marino was able to get away with that simply because the Dolphins had went undefeated before he got there. Matter of fact, the Dolphins is the only team to go undefeated and complete a season undefeated with a championship. So even though Dan Marino never won it, because that happened prior to, man, it didn't have as much damage. You see what I'm saying? As if like Jim Kelly. Now Jim Kelly, because his team never won one. So had Buffalo won one before him, then his career, even though it's a Hall of Fame career, it would have been on a different level. Because they would be like, well, we didn't win one with Jim Kelly, but we won one. So I think that has a lot to do with it also. I believe that's the reason why LeBron came back. Because if LeBron never came back, people would have said, well, you couldn't win one in Cleveland. They would have held that over his head his whole career. And so, you know, he had to. I knew he was coming back. I knew what it was.
But check this out. But even with that right there, if LeBron wouldn't have won a championship in Cleveland, like, I mean, he still won a championship. Now, people probably would have been on his head because I think a lot of people bag on him because he's still playing. So people don't have that. Okay. They don't have that respect for him like they would have, man, if he was dead or he was retired. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he's still playing, so he's still building a legacy. So, and I think when it's said and done, LeBron James is gonna be the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when you got that Kareem, man, when you beat Kareem, like, because I really thought Kareem was the GOAT for real. I mean, even though I grew up in the Michael Jordan era,
I thought Bill Russell was.
Well, Bill Russell but he just had, look at the people he had around him, though.
But it's the same with Jordan. It's the same with Kareem.
But his individual stats don't match.
Kareem had two other Hall of Famers with him.
Well, Kareem's individual stats, man, says, man, Kareem put in the work to actually be in the GOAT.
You can't take that away from him.
Now, Bill Russell didn't have them Kareem stats.
No, because his team was more balanced.
So it's like that's the thing. Like, well, you gotta think about it, man. Even the Lakers, man, with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, their team was balanced too. It just he put the numbers up individually. See, when you put them individual numbers up, and that's really what's going to shine. You know what I'm saying? In these particular players, once it's said and done. So in football, when you got a player like Myles Garrett, like if they was a trade Myles Garrett, you know, like, don't get me wrong, it will solidify him if he won a championship. But if they get rid of him and he win a championship somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? Those numbers that he had, man, this is the crazy thing about the Hall of Fame. Like, If he go, let's just say he goes somewhere like the Kansas City Chiefs, man, and he win the Super Bowl, or he win back to back. Because I really believe if they trade Myles Garrett, man, he's probably going to win a Super Bowl, if not two. Man, his whole legacy with the Browns is going to get erased.
Oh, of course. But I think as a Browns fan, I wouldn't mind it if the price of that came with a Super Bowl. If it came with a parade and a Super Bowl, and you ain't won a championship, period, in 70 years.
No, but this the thing though. You would actually be taking a risk for that because the Browns actually.
No, it's worth the risk though. I mean, I agree with that. I definitely think that.
See, the thing is you already got the value in your Hall of Famer though. You let your Hall of Famer finish out his career, and you let him stay loyal and finish out his career with the franchise he started. Because any player, man, who get drafted by a franchise and then they get a Hall of Fame career with that franchise and they retire, that looks great on the franchise. Because think about it, the Browns haven't really had anybody that they drafted that became a Hall of Famer like he's gonna be and retire with that team, other than like the old cats like Jim Brown and them like that. You know,
Joe Thomas, the latest one.
I mean, yeah, but he's not. But Joe Thomas ain't got accolades like a Myles Garrett.
Yeah, but I think Myles Garrett accolades without a Super Bowl. I mean, it's gonna be all right, but it ain't gonna mean much. I mean, Michael Strahan's accolades, because he still got the record for the most sacks in the season, which is 20, right? Mm-hmm. So and Myles Garrett can easily, I think, eclipse that. I think he could definitely get that this year. But because he won't have a Super Bowl with it, it's not going to mean anything. He's going to be like a Dorsett.
I don't know about that, because like if you go to the Hall of Fame, it means something. Now to the actual.
I think to him it will, but I think to the fan base, I think to fans across the league.
Man, he shouldn't even worry. See, look, when you're a player, man, you don't worry about the fan base. The fans are going to be fans of the franchise itself. The fans is going to be a fan. If he's building a legacy, because this legacy with the franchise, he building a legacy with the franchise. See, the fans are going, like you said, the fans are going to be here. They're not going nowhere. We just gonna get, the old fans gonna die out and new ones gonna be born. People want to see, like, when they look at the Browns franchise history, who do they have in the Hall of Fame that can represent them to show that they had any type of success, any type of loyalty, any type of anything. I think, see, this is the thing. Like, don't get me wrong, man. Super Bowls are important. Like, they really are. They solidify stuff. But you don't want to risk everything to try to win a Super Bowl if you already have a Hall of Famer on your team. Unless, like, because don't get me wrong, like, I see what you're saying, and it does make a little bit of sense, you know what I'm saying? But
because he basically going to be Jim Kelly. He's the Jim Kelly of the Browns.
But the thing is,
without even making the Super Bowl, he's Jim Kelly on the Cleveland Browns.
But the thing is a lot of teams, man, that do that, man, they're only a few pieces away from being a contender. The Browns are an expansion team. If they get rid of their Hall of Famer, you know what I'm saying, and if they get rid of him at the peak of his career and let him go somewhere else and win, I think that would be more of a stain on the Browns organization and franchise if they let a Hall of Famer go and get success somewhere else, especially if he represents that other franchise over the Browns.
I think it'll be it's only a stain. I think it's only a stain on them if they don't win the Super Bowl. They don't capitalize.
Well, think about it.
They don't win the Super Bowl, then I agree. It's definitely it's a wet stain.
Hey, but think about it. Winning the Super Bowl is like hitting the lottery. It ain't for everybody. Like, you really gotta be that team to win the Super Bowl. Like, you're talking about the chip of the chip. Like,
He's gonna Myles Garrett, if he no longer played right now, he's already built a Hall of Fame career.
Yep.
Without question. He's the quickest to 100 sacks under the age of 30. I mean, he already solidified, but I think his career has reached as high as it's going to go. Until he get a Super Bowl, where he is right now is the highest level he's going to go. He's never going to be anything more than that. He's just a player that stuffed the stat sheet, never won anything, never made. He's not going to be looked at the same with Joe Thomas as a player that really didn't
Y'all
make.
can't say stuff the stat sheet though. I mean, because people understand.
It's like
people understand that there is a good player, man, on a.
It's like comparing Donovan McNabb to Jalen Hurts. Now, Donovan McNabb, career where they at right now, has a much luxurious career right now than Jalen Hurts, who's still got a little bit ways to go.
Mm-hmm.
But in Philly, because Jalen Hurts won, he won one Super Bowl. He didn't win the other one because the other one was won by, I forget the white dude's name, but he won his first one. If he wins another one, they ain't gonna be thinking about Randall Cunningham, Donovan McNabb. None of them gonna mean anything. He's gonna be it's the same way with Cleveland. If Shedeur Sanders came in and won the Super Bowl,
I can't agree with
Bernie
that.
Kosar would never be worshipped like Shedeur Sanders. If Shedeur Sanders won the Super Bowl with Cleveland, there would be your portion of Bernie Kosar fans, but they ain't gonna be on the level as Shedeur would be winning the Super Bowl with him.
I mean, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because with the Jalen Hurts situation, like when you compared him to Donovan McNabb, I mean, I think before it's said and done, man, his career stats alone, even without the Super Bowl, is going to be better than Donovan McNabb. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know passing wise. I don't know because he don't have passing yards. He's more of a dual quarterback.
He
so
got
he
a
don't
lot.
really year to go for as many yards.
I think his stats
I
going to
think
be
that
better.
Super Bowl and passed him in Philly. I mean, he can. If there's going to be a statue built, he's going to be one of them.
Even if he don't see now, as a player, because Hall of Fame's had as his individual player represent franchise. Right. I think Jalen Hurts is just going to have a better career, even if he didn't have a Super Bowl. His stats is just going to look better than Donovan.
I can agree with that.
Now it just looks more sweeter because he has a crown on it. He got a crown on his resume now.
He got that big old ring. You got that big ring, man.
Now, but this is the thing though. It wasn't necessarily him that did that. It's the franchise that wins the Super Bowl because they have to build the team properly. Individual players, man, they just play. The franchise is what allows people to win Super Bowls, even when they do stuff the right way.
I agree with that. It takes a complete team thing. I don't think the individual players don't get punished the way they do in the NBA. Like Myles Garrett, he's never going to win a Super Bowl with Cleveland. Myles Garrett, you can throw that out the window. Matter of fact, Myles Garrett, you're not going to win with the Cleveland Browns. You just not. You see Joe Thomas, his career, that's what your career going to be. You're going to lose with the Browns. I'm telling you, you're 30, it's going to be about 3 or 4 years before they win anything. And so I think even longer than that. They ain't already been 60 already. So, it don't look like they're close anytime soon.
Well, this
that
the thing.
energy can change with some luck.
It just depends, man, if the franchise build the proper way. If they don't let people get to them and they actually build the right way, because, man, they be trying to cut corners.
It's possible. I'll agree with that. It's not
They've been trying to cut corners lately, man. You can't cut corners, man. You can't just think you're going to get a wide receiver and a running back and a quarterback and then trying to go all the way. You know what I'm saying? You got to build the core, man. Like, If Andrew Berry just block out all the noise and really build the team the proper way, get his offensive line under control, get his defensive line under control, get the personnel that, if you ask me, man, wide receivers, quarterbacks, and all them are secondary. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, wide receiver third, so the quarterback is secondary. But the offensive line, you got to have an offensive line, or I don't care how good your running back is. We have a phenomenal running back. Only thing he need to do is block out the noise, make the right draft picks. He got some good picks coming up. Don't blow anything up, because if the Browns offense get as good as the Browns defense, I think they'll be a solid team.
Well, I don't know how good their defense is, because their defense, they got a drug issue right now. They've been getting drug up the field, drug down the field. So until the offense
they've been out there
it's
a whole
kind of
lot,
hard to know just where the defense is, because the defense don't never rest. So it's hard to really.
The defense just playing more than the offense right now.
So it's just hard to get a gauge on it.
But they got rankings. The Browns defense is actually pretty solid. It's just the offense can't put up points.
Yeah.
That's really what
it's solid. I believe
the defense is solid.
I'd be hating on the defense if I was to say they ain't solid. I'd be disingenuous.
The defense is solid. It's just
they're
the
not
offense.
Super Bowl solid. They're not historically solid.
Well,
but
think
they
about
are
it.
solid.
What team other than about 3 or 4 teams that's even Super Bowl bound, that's even Super Bowl there yet? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We see a team who's been in the Super Bowl get annihilated.
Yeah. Outside of the last one was the Ravens, which was in Tampa. Teams that literally won the Super Bowl based on the defense being back legit, and then the offense just doing enough not to lose the games. They just managed the games, they didn't lose them. So, but speaking of Hall of Fame, we're going to talk about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant did an interview a couple of years ago, and I want to play this interview. And Robert Horry asked this question, and I was like, you know what, Robert Horry, that's a legitimate question to ask, or a statement that he made. The statement was, he was saying that he don't believe that Kevin Durant got enough on paper to actually be solidified or, considered for a statue. But I think it goes a little bit deper than that.
When you say statue, you talk about Mount Rushmore. Like, you don't get no statue if you ain't on Mount Rushmore.
No, I mean a statue from a team.
Unless you stay with
Dwayne Wade.
Well, Dwayne Wade stayed with his team almost his whole career, and even went back and retired with them.
That's what I was going to get to.
That's not KD.
People show me that's enough for me.
We are definitely I see what you're doing. You don't want a Dwayne Wade looking statue. I would.
Karen
I just
Durant.
don't really think. No, see, Dwayne Wade
KD.
different case, man.
He acting like a Karen.
He is the Heat, So, like, it's a different case with him. It's very few players that get that type of love in a city like that. So, and it's usually those guys who got the Hall of Fame career with the championships, and you've been with one city for a long time.
I mean, where he gonna get a statue at? Who gonna put a statue up?
But I can see it for a couple other guys in the league.
He ain't been loyal nowhere.
First down.
At least he's open and he understands.
I seen that.
He's not delusional.
I disagree with D Wade, but I appreciate him.
He's not loyal enough to a
put
team.
Me in that category.
I agree.
Two other guys
who gonna individually put a statue in their city up in him?
That they played in.
He a joke. LeBron to get a statue in Cleveland before he get a statue anywhere.
And I agree with that. And I don't even think that LeBron right now, I don't know if I believe that he should have a statue in Cleveland. He won the championship there, but I don't believe, because I'll tell you what, if let's just say hypothetically that Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley and them won one within a year or two, then, LeBron's championship, the value of it is good, but it loses a little luster. And especially considering that he's the hometown kid. And,
from Akron.
he left them twice.
He not ready for
I think
Cleveland.
the person who don't get enough credit for one, and I think who should have one, is Kevin Love. Kevin Love. You know, because through it all, Kevin Love, you know, man, he didn't even ask to be traded until he knew that Cleveland wasn't going to use him significantly anymore, and they no longer valued him. But he stuck it out, and he stayed with them, and he was happy in Cleveland, even past LeBron.
I'll tell you like this. And I agree with you on that to an extent. I want to see what Kevin Love do when he retire. What is he going to retire as?
Yeah. I agree. Where he at now? Where is he at right now?
I believe he's with the Miami Heat.
No, I don't think so. Not anymore.
He's not with the Heat anymore? I thought he was with the Heat.
But I have to look that up. We're going to look that up and then have that as a topic.
See, that's the thing. You don't get no statue here unless you loyal to that franchise.
Yeah. I think if he comes back and retire a Cavalier, I think then I agree with that.
Like even with Kevin Durant, where is Kevin Durant going to retire at? OKC?
No.
Where you gonna go? The Suns? Golden State Warriors?
Nope.
The team he jumped to, they stacked he single-handedly robbed LeBron of 2 titles because, man, he overstacked a team that already had Hall of Famers and superstars on there. He ain't getting no, man. And then he left them dry.
Yeah.
Who he gonna retire with? Like, that really is going to say everything. Now, they may retire his number, but he's not getting no statue.
I don't even know if his number who gonna retire his number?
I could see. Well, I'm gonna tell you like this: when you retire a number, I could see them retiring his number at OKC. I could see them retiring his number at Golden State. Whenever you retire a number, that just shows that this person did have some type of legacy here, some type of impact here.
I think
the franchise benefits off that the most.
Yeah, but I think Jay,
because they know he's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
I think, man, SGA, man, kind of. Now Russell, I would have thought would have been more likely, right? And is more likely.
I think OKC's gonna retire his jersey too.
Than KD. I think KD left on such bad terms. I don't know if it can be repaired to the point where the relationship can be mended, where the fans would accept that. I don't think the fan base will. I think it'd be the same with Art Modell.
Look, the franchise benefits from retired numbers, though. So, I mean, retired numbers, that's the franchise itself benefits from. Like
I agree with that, but I don't think they need Kevin Durant now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. You got Hall of Famers numbers retired in the Raptors, man. Like, it just make the franchise look good.
Yeah, but hell, they got the next Kobe Bryant. I don't think now.
But think about it. They would love to have, man. They would love to have a Reggie Miller up there too. They could. Kevin Durant, man. I can't because Reggie Miller was loyal. Kevin Durant, like he's at the end of the day, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of his career, you would love to have his name retired in the rafters. You know what I'm saying? If the Cavaliers could, think about all the people that came across the Cavaliers, man, like Derrick Rose and Shaq and Anton Jameson, and like if they really
say Anton Jameson and you world be free, hell, where we at? World be free, Phil Harvard.
So if you put if you retire these numbers in your Raptors, that people like, oh, these people came through here. You know, even though Dwyane Wade played for the Cavs.
Yeah, that would look odd.
Now it would look crazy if the Cavaliers retired his number, but he did play for the Cavs, and they could take advantage of that.
they could take advantage of Ron Harper.
Well, Ron Harper ain't really like. I mean, Ron Harper. I mean,
he was with the Cavaliers longer than them other ones, and he a multi-champion.
I mean, but championships, like I said, at the end of your career, man, it's a lot of people got a lot of championships. What do his individual stats say? The Hall of Fame, man, you got to be through.
Yeah,
you got to go through and through.
He don't have the stats like that.
Yeah, you got to have the stats.
He was on his way to having it until he blew his knee out.
Yeah, you know, hey, that's what happens, man, when you jump ship.
Yep, you're right. I don't know who will hang his number up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, man, it's gonna even be a hard sell for LeBron right now. I mean, he's been with 3 franchises, and so you know.
I'm gonna tell you, LeBron.
Let me say this. Let me just say this point.
Because he holds records.
LeBron has had a Hall of Fame career in all 3 franchises. You could argue and say that he's had a Hall of Fame career with Miami.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the MVPs and the titles. He's had a Hall of Fame career with Cleveland, right? Yep. And he's had a Hall of Fame career with the Lakers, surpassing Kareem, winning the title there. And so, you know, I think it's not going to be as easy for LeBron as people think it is because, man, actually, all 3 of them cities could put a statue of him up. But then what value would that have?
But that's the thing, though. If you was a player and you can get a statue up in multiple cities of the career that you had there, man, that right there speaks volumes. Like, then it just depends on who LeBron retire with. Yeah. Now, if he goes and he retires with the Lakers, then it kind of put a damper on his Cleveland legacy. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he come and retires with Cleveland, man, I'm telling everybody, could be like, look, Cleveland won drafted you, man. You won a championship with them. You hold records with Cleveland still. Like, that will really be, you know, a bigger impact. But I could see LeBron still getting a statue in LA and a statue in Miami.
I agree.
And I could see him getting a statue in Cleveland because I'm telling you, LeBron's still playing.
I could see him having his number hung up in all 3.
Oh, his number. Rappers. Yeah. And now think about this. Because everybody talk about the GOAT stuff, right? Is Jordan's number hung up in the Washington Wizards rafter? Number 45?
No, it wasn't gonna be. He was on AARP, and he was getting the Buckeye card by the time he started playing with
wait a minute though. He did have an all-star season with them. Michael Jordan put up all-star numbers.
I think he put up all-star. He put up 20 points per game. He averaged that more than that, maybe a little under 25. But I don't think he really was an all-star. He did, but not based. I think it was more based on the name than how good he actually was.
No. If you look it up, man,
because I don't even think he took them to the playoffs.
Man, Jordan, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, your team could be sorry, but your individual stats, he put up individual stats, man, that was superior. Like, that is like people write that year off like it wasn't nothing, but he actually did real good that year that he had 45. But you know what? People don't really care about that because nobody acknowledged that. I don't even think he even acknowledged it all like that.
No, because it only happened 1 year.
So he
had one really good year there, and then that was it. If he would have had multiple good years there, that would have been totally different.
Now think about this. He used to own that team, right?
Yeah.
I bet you they won't hang his number up.
Oh, no. His number not getting hung up there.
See, that's the thing.
He wasn't there long enough. He wasn't there long enough or done enough. No, hell no.
He was there long enough to make an impact because, man, like I said, that year he wore the 45, man, he actually did.
I don't even think he was the owner. I think he was the GM. I think he was a player GM because he's the one that had the influence of Kwame Brown being drafted.
No. He was the owner and he stepped down from ownership. He sold his share in
Oh
ownership
yeah, that's right.
to play
To become
again.
a player.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. I remember that.
So it was like, now think about it. Like, LeBron, his legacy is just going to look better than Jordan's after he retired. Across the whole board, his legacy is just going to look better.
I agree.
Like his stats and everything is already there. You know what I'm saying? But it just his body of work is going to just look better.
Yeah, because he's going to be ranked up in rebounds, assists, and in scoring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But Kevin
Oh,
Durant,
that's
no,
for
you're
sure.
not getting no statue, bum. You're not getting no statue. I'm sorry, you ain't bum. I mean, no, you are a bum. I'm sorry, you're a bum. I mean, you're unloyal. I mean,
Yeah, but I don't think KD,
you're not getting no statue though.
I don't think he's been nowhere long enough to have one.
You might get a jersey
good
thrown
guard,
up somewhere, but
but
you ain't winning no statue. You ain't getting no statue, bro.
Him or James Harden.
And you ain't
James
who?
Harden.
James
and
who?
Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard ain't he?
Wait, you said James Brown?
James Harden.
You said James who?
You know who your boy, the beat.
Ain't my boy. I can
Your boy, the
man,
beat.
I shave this stuff off tomorrow, man.
No.
James Harden
Don't
always
let
been.
James do that to you, dog.
Man, James Harden, man, always been, no. I was never a big James Harden fan. It was one year that he had real good offense, but then we found out that he was cheating a little bit with them stutter steps, Mr. Harden.
Oh yeah, he was traveling like hell.
We remember.
Yeah. That boy traveled, man, like
how that boy Giannis be doing right now. Oh, I didn't mean to say that out loud. Did I?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Mr. Take 4 big steps
and driving to you and charge your ass, and then it's a blocker foul.
The footage is out. Oh, hey, you know what? We need to talk about that on the podcast too, on how some of these players they be glorifying, man, be getting away with murder, man. Like, cause SGA over there in Oklahoma City, I got like a whole video of him just cheating.
You gotta see that.
We live in the age of information now, man. We can record stuff now. We can see when people, man, running into people and stepping on people's foot, man, and flopping, and we got all the footage. I'm gonna send you the video.
Yeah, send that to me.
Crazy.
I know we got to get ready to close it out, man. Y'all got anything new going at Rowdy Studios?
Rowdy Studios, man. We got the Akron Comic-Con coming up this weekend, actually.
Nice.
I don't have the information with. No, I'm sorry. I think it's next week. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hold on. What's today? What's today?
Today is the second.
The second.
November 2nd.
I believe it's on the 8th and the 9th. I have to look and see.
Okay.
But we definitely got that coming up. So if you're in Akron, Ohio, or if you're anywhere in Ohio and you want to come out and see a phenomenal show, man, come to the Akron Comic-Con. If you want to know more details, go to akroncomiccon.com.
Most definitely, man. It's been an awesome weekend. Can't wait, man. Hopefully when we come back next week, the Cavaliers will have double-digit games under their belt.
Yep.
And we get even more. I'm glad they won tonight. I just seen Jalen Tyson headlines or highlights come across. So I'm kind of interested to see what kind of game he had. Because if they already put together highlights for him on YouTube, then I got to see this. So, but everybody that tuned in, man, thank you guys, man. We appreciate it. If y'all get a chance, man, share the live. We do
Absolutely.
this. We do this the Browns had a bye this week.
Yep.
So we'll see how in the upcoming weeks. There was talk of possibly trying out Shedeur Sanders in the last 4 games of the season. So we'll see. But their season over with. I think they're in full tank mode. It'd be best if they're in tank mode. And
Good.
So,
they need to get these picks. Get these picks. You already got 2. You already got some. You already got a nice little, pick bag. Building up. Continue to build it up. Don't go crazy and start winning.
Man, y'all got that right, man. Until next week, y'all.
Yeah.
We out, man. Thanks, JR, man, for sitting in with me. And we'll get back at it next week, all right?
Absolutely. See y'all next week.
All right, y'all. We out.
Have a good one.
Okay, so Damo, some of the people out there want to know, like, you know, y'all been AK Rowdy for a long time, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't trying to get at nobody, all these haters y'all got. Y'all ain't trying to name drop, no diss track.
You ain't really making moves if they not hating. If we're not talking business, you ain't saying nothing. I don't respond to my haters, I just keep on waiting. I just smile in their face while I'm money making. I just keep on waiting, I just keep on waiting. I don't respond to my haters, I just keep on waiting. If we're not talking business, you ain't saying Nathan. You ain't really making moves if they ain't hating. You ain't really making moves if they ain't hating. You ain't really making